So you're saying he wants to be a communist?
Well,
I mean, Stalin killed almost 20 million people over the course of 25 years. How many people has Donald Trump killed? So we are here at the No Kings rally. Hi guys, are you guys here for the rally?
I just came to support her.
Just came to support her, that's fine. Do you have anything you want to say about the rally while you're here?
I hate being
Oh, well, if you don't want to, I can totally understand. What about you, sir? You look like you got a lot to say.
Yeah, I just want to showing up today to support True America.
Could I ask you a question? Would you mind if I asked you a question? What exactly is the No Kings rally about? I'm not even sure myself, honestly.
It's to let people know that we do not want an absolute ruler, basically. That's it.
So who would you consider the absolute ruler then, I guess? Are you talking about Donald Trump? Is that what you're talking about?
A certain guy in Washington, yeah.
A certain guy in Washington? Okay, let me ask you this then. So you think Donald Trump basically is a king, right? Or he tries to come across as one? Is that what we're insinuating? Or?
Right.
So let me ask you this then. Since if Donald Trump is really a king, most kings are usually appointed by birthright, correct? We haven't really had a king in 250 years. The last king of America was King George III, as a matter of fact. So with that said, Kamala Harris, when she was given the nomination for presidency, she was literally anointed and appointed to that nomination. So what was your opinion on that?
I think I've answered enough questions. Thank you.
Trump was too.
Well, no, Trump was duly elected. He won the primary.
Right.
But that's what I'm talking about. We're talking about kings, right?
Yes, we're talking about rulers.
Kings are normally appointed or given their position. Kamala Harris was given the position of that candidacy without a democratic policy.
Okay, so who cares? She lost. Okay.
She did lose.
So why dwell?
No, I'm not dwelling. I'm asking.
You're probably correct, but who cares? Trump is president. Trump is a king. He's ruling like a king. We have no democracy. Little by little by little, he's taking it away from the American people. And I'm afraid about November 26th vote, if we're even going to be able to have a vote.
What's on November 26th?
2026.
Oh, November 2026.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about the midterm elections.
Right.
I got you. I thought you meant November 26th of this year. I'm sorry, my bad.
That's Thanksgiving.
Is it? That's why it's also my sister's birthday.
No, but if we're going to have a midterm, and I'm afraid we will not have an election in 2028.
Well, that would be against the Constitution.
And does Trump care?
I don't think Trump has a choice.
Why? He's thinking of even running again. That's against the Constitution.
No, that is the 22nd Amendment does not.
He breaks the rules, and the Supreme Court lets him. So let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm here to say I want my democracy. I want free speech. I don't want military on my street.
I agree with you on that. I am with you on that one.
And only, everyone knows in the world that only the Democratic cities are the ones that have crime problems. No Republicans.
Well, why is that?
Just because Democrats have crime. Republican cities do not, because Trump won't send any troops.
So I'm a little confused. What side are you on here?
I'm being
or are you just being brutally honest?
I am. Trump
I appreciate that.
He
Thank
will
you.
not send troops to a Republican city. They must not have any crime, which is proven they have way more.
So could you name me a Republican city where their crime rate is the same as the top 10 Democratic cities?
I'm trying to think of it.
Because I actually don't know of one.
No, I mean, they're mentioned. It's like, in Texas.
Texas is definitely a red state.
Right, but
Austin is a blue city.
All right, well, maybe Dallas has way
Dallas
more.
is a blue city, too.
All right, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I can't name a Republican city that has more crime. I mean, there's.
Yes, thank you so much.
I mean, there's a whole lot of them though, and I just can't name them.
No, it's okay.
That's
No,
it.
I totally get it. I totally get it. Thank you so much for you. I am Ed. We're with the Brick Road Podcast. Nice to meet you. What does your sign say there? You want to get a picture of that sign there? And you want to explain that sign real quick?
These are his signs, but no
Oh,
kings.
those are his? Oh, okay.
This is no kings.
Fair enough. I guess it says it.
And
You are absolutely right, though. There has been no king since 1776. I agree with that.
save democracy.
Fair enough. But we are a representative republic, though. You realize that, right?
A what?
We're a representative republic. The United States is a representative republic.
And what does that mean?
It means we're built on the fundamental belief that you protect the minority as you protect the majority. So that way, 51% can't overrule the other 49%. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yes.
That's called a constitutional republic.
But can you change it?
Not unless you change the Constitution.
And can they change that?
If Congress does change that, they could. Yes.
Okay. If they
Theoretically, you are right. They could
if
change it.
they could, they would. And I feel slowly working on it.
Fair enough.
Fair
Thank
enough.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
so much. That was awesome, by the
Very
way.
well spoken.
Well, let's walk around and check it out, Jonesy. That was really good.
Really well. She's
That
well
was
spoken.
really well spoken. He was very good. We're gonna have to cut some of that talking part out, but that was really good.
I figured we would cut it out. So I'm gonna cut it every now and then, 'cause I think it was really well.
No, she was real dude. She was, and she knew what she was talking about. Let's see, who else do we got? Let's take a walk through the whole thing and see what we got here. Hello, ladies. How are you? Did you want to say anything about the rally today?
Well, the only thing I want to say is that it's absolutely necessary, and we're in a place where it's going to be up to us to make changes.
Well, that's why it's called We the People, right? So can I ask you a couple of questions then? Do you have a problem with that? Or okay, my first question is, could you please explain to me really what is the purpose of the No Kings rally? I mean, I honestly, we're just podcasters. We have like a little YouTube channel, mostly cultural events and stuff like that. So we really kind of are a little bit lost on it. Oh, yeah, absolutely, sir. Nice guitar. Gibson? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
to be really brief, I think it is what it is that to ensure and for the administration to hear our voices that we do not support a monarchy.
Okay, now we really don't have a monarchy in it. Okay, explain that. How do you think we'll become a monarchy?
Well, we are becoming a monarchy right now with how this administration is doling out justice, is just destroying our democracy. That's all I need to say.
Do you mean, okay, well, let me ask you this. So is it like, are you trying to say that like what he's doing is parallel to a monarchy? Because technically in order to be a monarchy,
Parallel to a fascist dictator.
that makes more sense than saying monarchy, because a monarchy would assume he was born into the right to be.
But he thinks he was, because he's delusional. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
She was delusional. I think she was delusional, and she was starting to feel it. She was starting to feel herself become delusional.
Yeah.
She didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. Sorry.
That's okay. We'll probably keep that part. Hey, y'all, would you guys like to say anything about the rally today?
Just excited to be here.
You're oh, well, there you guys see now positivity. We like that. We've been getting a little bit of more negativity than positivity. So, yes, hit us up with some positivity. Please explain to me what the No Kings, because so far nobody's been able to give me a logical explanation of what No Kings rally really represents. All I keep hearing is monarchy, but we don't have a monarchy in the United States. We just don't.
We're trying to keep it that way
Fair enough. See, now that makes sense. Explain to me how you plan on keeping it that way.
by pushing for and voting for people and things that will make sure. Sorry, I'm bad at that.
No, you're doing just fine. So let me ask you a question then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's just say we're assuming that we're going to assume that Donald Trump is the king you guys are all talking about, correct? Is that who we're talking about here?
He does have authoritarian tendencies, yeah.
So First of all, he was duly elected by 77 million people in this country. Do we deny that, or is that a fact?
That is a fact, but so was Hitler. He was also elected in Germany.
Well, Hitler was democratically elected. He was not elected to a constitutional republic. He was elected 51% over 49%. That's the danger of democracy. But so when we say a threat to democracy, are we really threatening democracy with a representative republic?
We're not with the republic, with who we elect. If they have no,
We're gonna get to that. I like you. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Go ahead.
If the person who we elect does not care for our democracy and works every day to deny freedoms and to take away rights, then we need to act on that.
Can I ask you a question now based on that statement? What rights have you lost since Donald Trump became president? Have you personally lost any of your civil rights, your civil liberty, your constitutional civil liberties? What constitutional civil liberty have you lost since he became president?
Are we supposed to wait until
Yeah, are
our
we supposed
rights
to wait
are
until
taken
we're
away
ready to do it?
so we
'Cause the
can
thing
say
is-
anything?
So what you're saying is you're.
It's in the process right
It's in the
now.
process.
Can you explain to me that process?
Well,
You know what?
Right now.
Can you explain that process? How's that happening?
How's it happening? He's redistricting. He's trying to take away my rights right now.
How is he
Right now, he's
redistricting?
redistricting and trying to take away where
Okay.
there's certain groups of people that have the majority, and the majority of the voters are a certain race of people, and he wants us to be in a certain class because he knows that there's not many of us that are voters, so it can overpower our vote and take away our votes as rights as citizens. And I've been voting since I was 18. My mom had me voting since I was 18, and I feel like he's in the process of taking away my rights, and I refuse.
Okay, so you brought up the redistricting thing.
Yes.
So you understand that redistricting is not done at the federal level.
Listen.
No, you understand that though,
Yes,
right?
I understand. I understand, but what I'm saying is, it does work in the sense of if it goes into play, it will change our rights and our of how. See, you got me all on blast.
It's okay.
No, you're doing fine.
You're doing
But,
just fine.
no, I'm not. You think I am?
You're doing just, hey, we're talking right now. You're doing just fine.
You're not boring us to death.
Hey, you're talking, and that's just good. Because when you stop talking, that's when stuff
trying to
starts
get an
happening.
understanding here. Honestly, we have a YouTube podcast, but it's more of having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more about having fun, telling jokes, Jonesy doing goofy stuff. But
No, he doesn't. No, he does not.
but anyway, I personally don't think they can redistrict anything at the federal level. That has to be done at the state level.
Yeah, but then it still hurts us as voters or whatever. Whatever happens in our districts and in our communities or whatever, it still affects us. So I can't say that.
local level.
On the local level, yeah.
So you're
that's
saying the
right.
redistricting in the state?
But it's still taking away our rights. It is taking away our rights. Now I can say that.
You can say that, yeah. But only if it's true. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it wrong,
Hey,
right?
it works with Trump.
Does it? How?
Sure.
Explain.
Yeah.
Well, the number of lies. I mean, come on, it's in the thousands.
In the thousands.
Oh,
Can you name before?
well, he's lied about. My goodness. Let's see that we live in a democracy. That he's not going.
Well, who lost their Medicare? Have you lost your Medicare?
It's in the process of losing that.
Have you lost yours? Or have you lost your Medicaid?
It's in the.
I don't think you're going to.
You know why we won't? We won't if there's enough pushback. Because if, as it stands now, there has
There's no
been
wrong
an
answer.
incredible
We're just
cut,
talking. That's all.
large amount of money cut for Medicare as well as SNAP.
Well,
and other
from
programs.
my understanding, the people that have been cut off of Medicaid, because that's what we're actually talking about, not Medicare. From my understanding, this is actually from CNN, by the way, which
But it's
is
going
very
to go-
favorable
but
to
it goes
the
into
left,
effect.
for
It goes
sure.
into effect beginning of the year.
So on the 20, you're talking about on January 26th.
Yeah, that's when most of the cuts go into effect.
So we're going to see what happens in effect. I do know.
Unless it changes.
I do know that 15 million people have been relieved from their Medicaid, but they were also illegal citizens that were not citizens of the United States. So you're saying on January 26th, people like yourself and like her are going to be cut off of their Medicaid.
Well, people who are on Medicaid, people who are on Medicaid, many, not everybody, there's going to be a dollar cut, and it will affect thousands of people.
So there's going to be a financial cut, is what you're
That
saying.
will affect and will result in many people being cut off.
Okay.
But you're exaggerating to say the whole program will be eliminated. That's not true.
I didn't say the program was being eliminated. You did. I didn't say that.
Well, the program will be cut back significantly, affecting many people. And you want to talk about a horrible lie? It's gone.
Yeah, let's talk about, because you haven't given me one yet, so give me at least one.
Trump said he wasn't connected to Project 2025.
Well, there's no proof that he's connected to that. I'll be honest with you, most people don't even know what Project 2025 is,
Well, 30,
including me and Jonesy.
well, you got to read it. 900.
I read the 15 main points of it. I read the 15 main points.
32 out of the top 40 people supposedly who were writing that report. 32 of them work for the Trump administration.
Can you name one of their names?
Well, Vogt. He's the main author of it.
Who is it?
Is it Stephen Vogt?
Stephen Vogt doesn't work for Donald Trump.
Isn't that the manager of the Indians?
No. No, what's it? Vout?
It's the
What's his
Guardian.
One of the main architects. You look at the main architect. He works in the Trump administration.
He works for the Trump administration right now.
Yeah.
What's his name? Vogt doesn't work for Donald Trump.
Well, 32 out of 40. You're saying you asked me to
I asked you to name me one.
And that's a lie. He said he knew nothing about it and that he would never implement anything.
Well, as far as I know, Project 2025 hasn't been implemented.
Are you kidding? Trying to eliminate the Department of Education is one of them.
Well, first of all, the Department of Education was created by an executive order by Jimmy Carter back in 1977. We both know that. I was alive in 77. I might have only been 9, but I was alive. The DOE was created as an executive order. All he did was wiped out an executive order that belonged to Jimmy Carter.
Well, it's funded, right?
It's always been funded.
Okay.
It was heavily funded.
Okay.
But we've also had Democrat control for 50 years. The federal government and Congress. And since it was an executive order, he can end it by executive order.
But he said that was part of the Project 2025. Yeah.
Ending the Department of Education. Well, you realize there are at least 50% of the country that is in favor of ending the DOE, mainly because the scores have not gone up. They've only gone down since it was created. The money is focused more on administration and less on students and faculty. Could you deny that? Do you know any teachers? I know plenty of teachers. They could probably use more money.
Cut back a tremendous amount of money for disabled people.
That's one lie right there.
What?
That's one lie right there. Yeah.
I didn't hear what he said.
Why is everyone talking about Epstein right now? I mean, what's up with
I don't know. I don't really, honestly.
He ran off
All
of
right.
Epstein.
Hold on a
Yeah,
minute.
no, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's one lie
You did
right
really,
there.
thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Yeah, you did very good.
Keep up the right wing effort,
Yeah, it's more like a middle of the road. I'm not really a right winger. Why is it if I disagree with 50% of what you say, I'm a right winger?
because you're not. I mean,
I'm in the middle.
The mere fact that
They're getting content out of somebody.
Human rights isn't a political discussion.
Huh?
Human rights is not a political discussion.
What does what are we talking about
I'm
now?
talking about you being a centrist. You're talking about this isn't a political discussion anymore. There is no left and right. There's a side. There's a right side. There's a wrong side of history. You want to be on the right side of history. Is correct. You want to be with the ones who are oppressing the people who are struggling. You want to be against the ones who are throwing out your hardworking Americans and throwing them to countries they don't belong to. Is that what you want?
What hardworking Americans are going to countries they don't belong to? Name.
Any of the ones who are being illegally removed from this country by ICE.
Okay, how are they being illegally removed if they weren't legal to be here in the first place?
It's not illegal to be a human being and to escape oppression.
I absolutely agree. But let me ask you this: can you move to Venezuela anytime you want without their permission?
Absolutely not.
Why should we be able to do that here?
If we were under an oppressive government and there was a better way of living and a better way of life for me and my family, I would do everything in my power to protect my family, including breaking the law.
Okay. I see that.
I just remember Trump rapes kids, release the Epstein files. Have a good day, sir.
All right. Go ahead. You can go ahead and
And
finish.
listen,
Go on.
the lie that he told was that he was going to lower the prices of food, which he has not.
Now that I agree. I don't know how he can lower the
Well,
price
that's
of
what he
food.
said. He said it out of his mouth, so that was a lie, right?
That is definitely a
Yes.
lie. If
Yes,
you-
and
if you
he
got me-
also said that he was going to lower medical or whatever. He's trying to take medical from people who can't afford it.
Well, he's trying to take medical away. He's trying to take the
No,
Medicaid
no,
and
he's
Medicare.
trying
He's
to
cutting
take
it away from the illegal immigrants.
Listen, he's like so hard up on Obama so bad that he's been wanting Obamacare gone before he even became
Well,
president.
see, that is the beauty to the representative republic, though, is we have a Congress that actually can. They can override him with 3/4 of or with 2/3 of the vote. You know that?
But you know, he wants the same thing. But you know that he's.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much divided 50-50 right now. That's why they're in a government
Really
shutdown to begin with. So,
really not. They're not divided. It's not divided.
well, then you're
That's why
basically
it's shut
saying they're
down. That's
all of
why it's
them.
shut down.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you with the media?
No, we're just YouTube podcasters. We have a comedy show that we do in Cleveland. We're based out of Cleveland.
You guys are not irritated, right?
No, she's been talking to us the entire time.
Yeah, but I don't want to. Yeah.
Well, if you guys are done, all you had to do is say so.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, when I say comedy, I mean we do.
Yeah, but I see
We are
things that
political.
people-
We're political satire.
Yeah, but we see that
When he
says
says
comedy,
comedy,
he
he
means,
means like I act like an idiot.
Yeah, he does goofy stuff. Yeah, we have one of those shows where we use comedy to keep people interested and keep them
There won't be
engaged. But
anything made.
no, there's nothing. We don't. Anything we make fun of is us. Everything we don't do that. So yeah, no, I would never do that to you guys. Come
Have
on.
a good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Thank you.
They're becoming quite irritated with us right now.
One of my friends is up here.
This is yours.
Nice flags. Did you want to say anything about the rally today?
No, I'm not gonna go on record.
Okay. Well, you didn't have to go on record. We're just a YouTube show. We're not like that.
No, I know. I'm a therapist.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. No. You're good. You're good. I get it.
The more and more that they keep getting recorded, the more and more they start to get worked up into a frenzy.
Well, the one thing that's still for sure is there's not that many people here.
No, but you can tell the more and more the more irritated and agitated everybody gets.
Yeah, it did seem kind of be that way, didn't it? Okay, get a picture. Just make sure you get that picture, though. That's hilarious. Right. Hey, ladies, how are you today? Did you guys want to tell us what the No Kings rally is about?
It's about fascism and getting Trump out of the White House.
Well, he'll be out in 3 years.
No, well,
Not soon enough.
not soon enough. He should be out next year somehow. We should get some more control over
Well, let me ask you this: how do they plan on doing that then?
who.
How do they plan on getting him out of office without him
Well,
just
we're gonna
finishing
show
out
up.
his term?
We're going to tell people to vote. We're going to tell them the truth and what they should be listening to. And you don't listen to anything online. Go check it out yourself.
Well, that's why we're here today, because we've heard all kinds of rumors about these. Actually, you know what? I got to be honest, guys. I was expecting it to be really hostile towards us, and there were some people that were wrapping around us a little bit, but no one really got hostile.
No, because we're not
That's
hostile
not the
people,
point.
but we want it to be fair. And it's not fair and square. He wants to change everything. He wants it to run the way he wants it to run, and that is not right for everybody. We have always been free. We should continue to be free. Period.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes. How do I really feel?
No, you just. Only question is, what civil liberties have you lost since Donald Trump has been president?
Okay, I'll tell you. Being a teacher, we have lost monies coming through
From the Department of Education.
Yes. That's one thing.
But that's not what I asked. I asked what civil liberties have you lost since What civil liberties have you personally lost since Donald Trump became president?
Well, I'm going to tell you, many people have. The people that have been picked up off the streets.
Well, they weren't supposed to be here.
No, that is not. That is. They've been here for
We don't have a
25 years.
constitutional right to cross the border without being a citizen, without
No.
citizenship.
And he's taken away
Citizenship
from
is
Americans.
earned.
He's taken away Americans as well. He's grabbed them off the street because they look different than we do.
That has happened. Those mistakes
know,
have happened, but they've also been fixed when that happens too. There's nobody who was accidentally picked up still sitting.
No,
we're not
that's
seeing those stories. We're seeing stories where they're picked up and we never hear from them.
Well, I haven't heard any of the stories about people being picked up that were Americans. I haven't heard any of those with any real proof yet. So
he said we're un-American if we come to these rallies. He wants to
well,
shut
no, it's
people
totally
up.
American to be at a rally.
I know,
That
and he
is
wants
the one
to.
right that we have.
He wants to shut people off from saying the right thing. And why do you think all those news people walked out of the White House? Because they're not going to sign a thing that says you can only print what we say you can print. That is not free.
I read about that, but I haven't seen the document.
I saw the
I haven't
videos
seen
of
the
them
document.
walking.
I haven't seen the document.
But I saw them walking out, giving their cards.
Well, yeah, anybody.
They're not going to do that just to do it.
We can walk out of here right now and say somebody tried to attack us. That wouldn't make it true, though.
But
You see what I'm
is-
saying?
But
it
we
is
saw
true.
people, they wouldn't sign that agreement.
That's right.
But I didn't see the agreement. They never showed the actual document. Oh, you did?
They showed it
What did you see that on? So I could go look it up. Because I'm going to go look it up.
Somebody showed it.
You guys are so sweet, though.
I
You really
mean,
are.
I watched
Really,
I
thank
watched so many people online trying to get the whole thing, and somebody showed. I don't know if it was maybe David Pakman or Democracy Now or
Yeah, I haven't seen the actual. I've seen plenty of videos with them walking out. I've seen that. I have yet to see the document they were claiming, though. I mean, honestly, I really haven't seen the actual. I haven't seen it. So.
He wants to send people in. You guys are great, but we're hearing they want to send.
I mean, they won't let us
to
into the White
disrupt.
House to interview anybody. So.
No,
You
they
know?
want to send people into events like this to disrupt.
We're lucky you guys let Jonesy in. No. Anyway, go on, finish. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And the biggest thing about it is I hate bigotry. I have always hated bigotry since I was a little kid. And by golly, he's a bigot.
Huh.
And I hate it.
Well, I mean,
I know
that's pretty
not
divided amongst the black community, though, because there's a lot of people in the black community that think with that prison reform bill that he did, where they released a lot of those prisoners who were in jail for offenses they probably shouldn't have been doing 30 years for.
Recently said that ICE could pick up anybody that was brown.
That's right. And they wore masks.
Then they cannot say that. That would be a violation of a constitution.
Exactly, but they don't care
They said
anymore.
because they were brown.
Yeah,
Who said that?
they've been saying it online. She's heard it.
Which one of any of the 7? I don't care which one. Name me one who actually said they're allowed to pick up anybody who's brown.
Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi's not a Supreme Court justice.
Trump told Pam Bondi to pick up anybody, and so
She's
that
not a
message
Supreme
got
Court
up. He
justice.
took it up to the Supreme Court.
So they're allowed to pick up anybody who's brown.
Yeah.
Okay, well that means
Exactly.
I better
ICE
stop
showed
staying
up
in the
here.
sun then.
ICE showed up here.
Then that means she could be taking away
I know.
those 2 ladies, but they're not going
That's
to
what
be.
we're worried about. People showing up here.
They're
ICE
not going to do
showing
that.
up
ICE
here.
would have been here before you guys.
Well, because we're a red state. No, there's not going to be tanks and military.
Listen,
in a
a
red
friend of
state.
mine is Venezuelan. She's been working in our school system for years. Now she reapplied to continue working,
Okay.
and she had to wait. So right now she can't come back to our school or anything. And they're probably
But she's still
gonna-
in the country?
She's still in the country
So
right
she's
now,
awaiting her hearing then.
but it's not gonna come. I know it's not gonna come.
Well, those things can take
And then
take up to 10 years before you have a hearing. They can take up to 10 years. That was from
She's
Joe
been
Biden.
working
I mean,
here all these years.
but I'm just saying, you know as well as I do the
That's
process.
not.
is
You know
long.
that's not right. She's been working here.
Oh, I agree. The process should be a lot faster. I agree.
No,
I agree.
but she shouldn't have to have it here.
Oh, yeah. Well, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
All
much
right.
for everything.
But still, he's awful. He's an awful human being. And his father belonged to the KKK. So what do you think that says?
His father wasn't even
Yes.
born in America.
No, but when he came here, he was with the KKK. He
In
was.
New York City?
Look it up.
I'll have to look that up. I'll look that up. I'll have to look that up. Thank you so much. You guys were awesome. All right. Okay. I don't.
I was hoping to catch a good ice buster.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. We'll take a little stroll through here real quick before we roll out. How many minutes are we at now?
We got a good half hour shit.
All right.
Dude, I thought there was going to be a confrontation when we were over there because they were starting to really surround us. And they were getting fucking hostile.
Yeah, but that dude knew I wasn't backing down from him. That's why he walked away.
The dark skin girl in that weird outfit over there, she started standing next to me. I didn't know what was going on, man, but they started surrounding us quick. That's when I came up to you.
Well,
like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about most of that because, let's be honest, unless they're playing bingo, they're not doing much else. We are in the midst of the geriatric mafia. Hell, even the Trans Tifa, there was only 3 or 4 of them.
Try and interview an officer of the law?
You want to try?
Try.
I don't know if they'll be allowed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to say why you're here at the rally today?
We are here because we're tired of Trump and all his shenanigans.
What kind of sign you got there today? We've been allowing everybody to show their signs.
Okay.
We're trying to be fair and balanced here today. So we're trying to be fair and balanced. So we want your signs to be seen. Actually, that one's funny though. I ain't gonna lie, that one's funny. I got to admit, these signs are very creative. Where do you guys get these? The signs are creative, I got to admit. So can you tell me what the No Kings Rally is actually about?
It's about trying to eliminate the thought that he is a king. We are a democracy.
Well, technically, we're a constitutional republic.
Well, this is true.
But on the state level, we are definitely a democracy. In the state, majority rules. We actually voted on that, remember, last year. So unless they change that federally, we'll always be. But if we change that federally, then we also have to change the Constitution, which means we could do away with the Bill of Rights. Would you want that to happen?
No, I'd like the Constitution to be upheld. That's what our forefathers did, and we should respect that.
Absolutely.
Wow, you and I sound like we're pretty much the same people. And we both wear We the People shirts. I love your shirt, by the way. Can we get a shot at the shirt? Because I love that shirt.
Can you read the whole thing?
Well, do you want me to hold that for you? She's going to hold that for you.
Here, Dee
Dee Dee's going to hold it for you. Thanks,
I don't know if you can see it.
A little, yeah, we can see it. We can see it. There you go. You want to tell them what it says?
Oh gosh.
Doesn't need to be.
Go ahead, read it.
It doesn't need to be rewritten. It needs to be reread. That is a really cool shirt, actually. I would wear that on my show. That is a cool shirt.
What show?
Oh, we're on the Brick Road podcast. We're basically like we're kind of I don't want to say we're a political show, and we're not really a comedy show, but we're both.
I was gonna say, right
Fair
now,
enough.
everything appears to be political anyway, so.
Even comedy, unfortunately, today. We were talking to a couple over there, and when we finally told them that we're also a comedy show, she cut us off. I was like, wait a minute, most people cut us off when they are political. She cut us off at comedy. That was the first time.
Watch out. Watch out.
Either that or she just has no sense of humor.
Had you floated a joke that just.
Well, no, I've been letting the people do the jokes and the talking this time. I'm letting you guys do that. You want to tell a joke? Go ahead. You can tell a joke.
I always forget punchlines, so.
Fair enough. I do too. I'm horrible. I'd be a horrible comedian. I'm funny on video.
Oh, okay.
I'm funny on video, but don't put me in front of 50 people.
I'd tell a joke, but they just restricted my talking.
He's actually right about that. We have to do that with him. Anyway, ladies,
We have been restricted.
can I just ask you one more question before we roll out? So, because they're referring to Donald Trump as the king. Is that who we're talking about?
That is what we're talking about.
Okay, now, kings are appointed, correct?
The kings are appointed.
So they're not duly elected.
No.
Okay, so Kamala Harris, she was not duly elected for her nomination. The Democratic Party put her in place as if they appointed her to that position.
Yeah, but she still had to be elected.
Well, she still had to be elected president.
Right.
but to get the nomination,
Right.
she didn't have to earn it. Do you agree or disagree with that?
That whole thing was really messed up. I mean, Biden was old. Trump is old. You know, they're old.
They are old. I'll agree. They're old.
Let's find a 35-year-old that has.
Well, you can't run at 35. You got to be 36 and above.
36. Okay.
So find a 36.
So find a 36-year-old.
You got to be accurate.
That is, that is educated enough. JD. Oh. Wait a minute. We don't claim him as an Ohio.
Well, the Democrats were claiming him when he wrote that book, The Hillbilly Elegy, and when Ron Howard, the biggest liberal in Hollywood, is the one who did his movie. So, I mean, at one time he was their darling.
He also said that Trump was a threat to the
Said he was,
And I said that back in 2015. Believe it or not, in 2015, I'm going to be honest, and I don't really like to admit this. I voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. I did. I voted for her. But I did vote for Donald Trump in 2020 and 2024 because I thought he did a great job from the first term in 2016 through 2020. So he earned my vote. He might be one of the few politicians that actually earned my vote. But with that, ladies, thank you so much. I don't want you to miss your
Have
rally.
a great day.
You want to say goodnight or goodbye to
Good
them?
night. Goodbye. Thanks. Nice
Thank
talking to
you. Thank you.
And I hope you find a voice.
I love that shirt. I do. I love that shirt. Yeah. Well, you know, in business, it's not a democracy. I get to be the king in our business. Anyway, you guys have a nice afternoon.
I think that was down there.
Oh, good night, ladies. Have a good one. Thank you.
You said you voted for Clinton, and I said beta male.
Well, I did. I don't want to lie and say that I didn't.
I voted for Hillary.
I did. I did. I voted for Hillary, man. I did. Yeah. I definitely did. I definitely
They
did.
both almost crapped their pants when I told them JD.
Ladies, did you want to say anything about the rally today? We have a little podcast called the Brick Road Podcast. It's a comedy / political, so it's not too serious. So we don't take it that serious. Most people don't take it that serious, but we do try to be accurate, though. That for the sake of honesty, we do try to be accurate. Could you tell us why you're here today at the No Kings rally, and what does the No Kings rally actually represent?
Well, to me, the No Kings rally represents standing up to Trump and all of the people that are eagerly supporting him and feeding him his little grapes and wiping his mouth with their little white silk handkerchiefs. And I'm here because of the cruelty. You know, I can't stand how cruel we have become in less than a year, and I want it to stop.
Are you talking about the illegal immigration then?
I'm talking about illegal immigration. I'm talking about the way we're treating federal workers. I'm talking about just basically the economic downturn that is ruining so many people's lives. Grocery prices have gone up 20-25%.
Well, that actually happened under Biden's last 2 years.
It did, but there was a reason. The reason for that was the pandemic. The reason for this are tariffs and getting rid of migrant workers that are actually helping get our food on the table.
So how about those migrant workers take the path to citizenship so that way we don't have to get rid of them?
Costs in this country?
Well, I know what it requires. I'm not sure about the cost, but I do know what it requires. I used to work for a federal judge who did citizenship, so I know exactly how it's done.
Going after people who are in court to get their citizenships. They're cruel.
I mean, people who cross the border who just crossed the border without going through the system or the process aren't really looking to go through the process in the system. Do you honestly think that Tren de Aragua or MS-13 is trying to get citizenship?
Over on the Mayflower came over legally? No, they did not.
Well, that was 400 and something years
It
ago.
doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Do you have any family that was on the Mayflower?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You do, because none of my family came here until the 1840s and 1850s and 1860s. And all my Italian family came over after the 1900s. So I don't actually have any attachment to the Mayflower. None whatsoever. You might be the first person I've actually met. There was only 3 boats. I don't know how many people can have that much attachment to it, but fair enough.
Hundreds of years and babies after babies after babies. So, yeah. I don't know. John of God has a lot of family members in the United States. But beside that, human migration is a human condition. It is what has defined humanity.
So really,
I do think that there should be I do believe there must be pathways to citizenship. I think if there were, then we wouldn't be having people desperate enough to go the route that they're going, die in the desert,
well, I mean, technically, if they didn't do the 3,000-mile trip from South America on foot, and I'm sure in some cases they probably found some rides and stuff. I would hope. I hope they didn't do the entire thing on foot. Then take the risk of crossing the Rio Grande, it may look like it's not a big deal, but so does the Cuyahoga River, and we know a lot of people who have died in that river, right? Yeah. Even the Rocky River, and that's because the currents. So when you're trying to cross a river and you're doing that to get across, I mean, you're taking a huge risk right there with the life of yours. What else can I ask? What about the immigrants who bring their children with them and risk their lives going? Do you agree with that? Do you agree with them risking their children's lives to come to America?
Again, there's a certain amount of desperation. You have to look at what they came from. Were their kids being threatened with forcible?
That's a good question. Were they?
Some of them were. Some of them may not. Some of them are coming here for economic opportunity. Some of them are coming here because they've been threatened.
Do you know how many children how many lost children, migrant children they have found since the administration has taken over? Do you know what the number is? It's 300,000. They have found 300,000 children in the last year who have been lost from trying to traffic across the border. Now, I'm sure that number is generalized. I'm sure that's not an exact number. It's probably a little under or a little over, but that's still, even if it's 30,000, I think that's too many. How would you feel if 30,000 American children disappeared?
It'd be pretty bad.
It would be real bad. So some of those children didn't belong to the people they came with either. Some of those children were kidnapped and brought across this border. What about them? Don't they belong to go back home? Don't they deserve to go back home with their parents?
You would have to. Again, it depends. The circumstances are very fluid and vary from person to person. I couldn't in a blanket say, oh yeah, all 300,000 of those kids were kidnapped. They should be forcibly repatriated to wherever they came from. Could they even tell you where they came from? A lot of this happened during the 2016-2020 Trump administration, where children were forcibly separated, and there was really no tracking of where they went, who they were. Their parents were trying to get them to come.
That's a good point. That's actually a very good point. Can I ask you then, who was tracking all the children that were coming across the border during the Biden administration? Who was tracking them? No. I mean because we're trying to be fair and balanced. We're not trying to be one-sided here. We're trying to be fair and balanced. So
I didn't stick them in alligator Alcatraz either.
well, there's no children in alligator Alcatraz. There's adults. Those are mostly criminals, by the way,
No, they're not. They have been rounding.
or illegals who are awaiting their deportation.
Yeah, fair and balanced. Okay. All right, I think we're done here. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, ladies. Have a good one. All right. Did you want to say anything about the rally today? You're just here? You're just oh, you're just security. Oh, never mind. Thanks for your service, brother. Thanks for your service. Did you want to say anything? No, you're a photographer. Do you have anything you want to say about the No Kings rally or no?
Fuck Trump.
Nice camera.
Fuck Trump.
Okay, that's it. That's all you want to say.
I think that's.
Can you tell us what the No Kings rally is about?
It's about saying fuck Trump, fuck kings, fuck everything, fuck ICE.
Yeah. At least you're like fair and balanced about your fuck everybody. I'll say that.
I hate everybody.
He just says fuck it. No, thanks, man. Hey, I hope you get some good picks today, man.
Thanks,
Get some good shots. Get that $1 million shot, brother. Can we get a picture of his shirt? So, what is your opinion of what does the No Kings rally mean to you?
Exactly what it says. We don't need any guys with ideas of being Hitler or King George or any of the rest of the long list.
Well, King George, that was the last king this country had. King George III, 250 years ago.
He wants to be a king. I think he just wants to be everybody's boss.
I mean, that's logic that's hard to argue with.
He wants to be Stalin. is who he wants to be.
So you're saying he wants to be a communist?
Well,
I mean, Stalin killed almost 20 million people over the course of 25 years. How many people has Donald Trump killed?
Stalin would have been the same whether he was a communist or a fascist or,
Well, there's a fine line between fascism and communism, obviously. You obviously know that, though.
Yeah, they're competing theories.
Yeah, you obviously. This guy knows his history. He knows his history. I gotta give him that. So you know that there's a fine line. It's like they always say there's a fine line between a cop and a crook. You've heard that line before, right? You've heard that. Yeah. I think it's the same thing with that. So, but I don't personally think that he's done anything unconstitutional yet. But can you name something he's done unconstitutional? That is, it violates our Constitution and our Bill of Rights.
How about blowing Venezuelan boats out of the water when there's no declaration of war or anything like that at all?
Unconstitutional. The Geneva Convention is fucking a law made in 1948. They're occupying Israel. We're funding the genocide.
Funding the genocide of who?
Yeah, it's violating international law. It's just that we.
Are you talking about Venezuela or are you talking about Israel? Now you got me lost. What are we?
They're both going on right now.
Well, I thought Israel and Gaza are in a peace. They're in a peace something, right?
But either side they're both still fighting each other.
Oh, they're going to hate each other for a long time. They're going to hate each other for a long time.
But the whole Geneva Convention, we have vetoing power in the United Nations, and they veto the General Assembly. The General Assembly, of the United Nations, wants a peaceful resolution. They want to.
They're talking about giving them the Peace Prize right now. Everybody but the UN.
Who? Trump. Nobody.
Even that lady in Venezuela, the lady that woman in Venezuela that they gave the prize to, she literally dedicated it to Donald Trump last week.
I don't trust that lady.
They're never going to give the Nobel Peace Prize to a guy who sends troops after his own people. You know,
the United States is violating international law by funding Israel. They're our ally in the Middle East.
They are our ally in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I don't really know where I stand on the Israel-Gaza thing. I'm actually personally myself, just in case you guys are curious, I'm actually in support of a two-state solution. That is what I would. So you would agree with the two-state solution?
Israel is the occupier. They're the military power.
Well, if there's a two-state solution, then there should be no occupier, correct?
Yeah, exactly. And
this guy and I are on the same page on that. We differ on other things.
I'm on the same page too. They're the occupiers. They're the military power. All the ones who bear all the arms hold the most responsibility for that. And I don't condone violence on either side, but all the military power, they're committing all the war crimes. You know, they have all the military power. You know what I mean?
Now again, who we're talking about Israel again? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like again, when it comes to the Israel-Gaza thing, I mean, war is hell. It is hell.
They should round up Trump and round up frickin' Netanyahu and try him in international law. They should have done it to Obama. They should have done it to all of them.
You're saying Obama should have been arrested? And, wow. Wow, I don't even know what to say to that.
I don't know what Obama did exactly. I'm not an Obama expert. I know he made the Snowden situation worse when he ran as a Democrat saying he was going to fix all the spying from the government, and he made it worse. But like I don't. I mean, I like Obama though, but like because I didn't understand politics back then. But
I voted for him
like
twice,
I mean, we're violating.
I voted for him
like
twice.
I mean, freaking the whole Israeli situation. Like even Biden, like we have all the vetoing power in the unit, and
I want to ask you another
it's ridiculous because we're the superpower. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Like I said,
and like
hopefully that peace.
Culture's recognizing because they're all these little kids. It's not the kids' fault. It's not the kids' fault in Israel. You know?
No, I agree. Absolutely not. No war is no child's fault. No child should be faulted for the wars going around them. I think we can all agree to that. Left, right, up, down, back, forth, in, out. I think we can all agree that no child should be holding the responsibility for war.
The Geneva Convention, I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but it violates international law for the Geneva Convention law. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we'll have to wait. Hopefully, they can work that out in Israel and Gaza.
now we got the vetoing power. Nobody takes it serious.
Fair enough. Anyway, the question I wanted to ask you, since we're talking about, obviously, you don't really think when you think the No Kings, you're kind of looking at it more as as more like a symbol than anything, correct?
What's that?
When the term No Kings, I think you look at it more as a symbol.
Yeah, it's a general term for the whole
Right.
thing that's being.
So the only question I have for you then, since we're going to generalize that and just say that we're just going to use it as a generic term, right? So Donald Trump was actually duly elected still to the position. He was also elected in the primary over all the other Republicans that were running against him. Now we go 6 months down the road. Kamala Harris is appointed to position. Now kings technically are appointed by birthright or appointed by, like, the Holy Roman Pope used to king kings. So that was an appointment. Nobody voted for that.
Who said I'm crazy about Kamala Harris?
Fair enough. I like this guy. You are all right, man. What's your name?
Thanks. I'm Rick.
Rick, I'm Double D. Nice to meet you.
D. All right.
We'll be on the Brick Road podcast. Just so you know, it's on YouTube. It's a YouTube show and stuff. Thanks, Rick. Thanks for everything,
What'd
man.
you say that was?
The
again?
Brick Road podcast. The Brick Road
I got it.
podcast. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
We live on a brick road.
What was that
Makes sense.
law made in England, the Magna Carta?
Yeah, it was created in 1061.
The Magna Carta, it gives individuals.
Thank you so much, Rick. Thank you.
Individuals' rights over the king.
Now, you know the Magna Carta technically was never actually written.
Well, yeah, I guess it was a document. It wasn't a law or something.
Yeah, it
like
was a
that.
document. It wasn't technically. It was document
like-
that they would add and they would take off and they would add and they would take off.
Violated in about 2 seconds after he agreed
This
to
guy,
it.
this guy knows his history.
We went hands off Medicare.
I take he's not a big fan of England either.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough, fair enough.
We went hands off Medicare. We want free health care in this country.
Well, free, nothing's free.
Yeah.
You mean taxpayer funded
all
health
the
care?
other countries have free health care.
Well, they have taxpayer funded health care.
Yeah, and who pays the taxes?
The citizens, and also Canadians have a tendency to come back for major surgeries,
We're the richest country in the world,
and that's why they come here to get their surgeries.
The whole freaking debt and the deficit, our spending problem with the country, it's all propaganda. It's to hoard money. To hoard money. Only 18% of the people in this country have a six-figure income or more.
That's probably about correct. That's probably about right.
And we got to be taxing. We got to change the capital gains tax loopholes and the capital gains tax.
Capital gains is pretty high right now. I sold a house 2 years ago, inexperienced, sold a house, and I had to pay capital gains on that. Dude, they took almost half of what I made. I bought the house for $17,000. I turned around and sold it for $128,000 3 years ago. I held on to it for 15 years. All right, house in Cleveland. Turned around and sold it. Didn't realize how the capital gains tax. I learned the hard way. The government got me for $47,000.
Yeah, I thought capital gains was just for
no. Capital gains is for real estate, for
stock
inheritance,
market.
for stock markets, for crypto, all of that.
For all that.
All of that.
Exactly.
So the home that I spent 20 years
They don't
paying
take
off.
enough out of the stock market. What happened?
They take 43%.
What happened to the Occupy Wall Street movement? You know what I mean?
That movement died when the Democrats said 43%.
Well,
they were the ones who voted on that back during Obama.
Yeah, well,
I know you're not a fan of Obama. I get it.
I know.
Actually, it was 38%. Then it got raised under Biden.
Like into politics, and I was I had a lot of mental problems, but I just it's fun to shit on Obama a little bit because I listen to lots of Noam Chomsky and stuff. But like I mean,
funny. He's funny though.
Yeah,
Noam Chomsky.
He's not
I don't
funny.
agree
He's,
with him.
he's really smart.
No, he
Well, I
is.
mean,
But he also is
he's-
very witty. Witty is the
Yeah,
term.
yeah.
Witty is the term.
But
That's what I meant.
But that's what we want. No kings, like a Magna Carta. We want individual rights. Individuals have rights, and we're the individual. You know what I mean? So, like, however you want to frame that, we want hands off the Medicaid and Medicare. We want hands off, and we would like to defund the military. Well, I think the whole debt and the deficit is all propaganda.
So I'm going to ask you one last question because we do got to get up out of here. But
the deficit is all healthcare and military spending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we put so much money into the military, and if we would just tax the right amount, change the.
Well, I think the capital gains is too high personally.
Well,
Only because I am directly affected by that, and when they take half, I feel like it makes me not want to earn as much.
Even Social Security, the billionaires don't pay into Social Security.
The billionaires don't need Social Security.
The average citizens fund it like
The billionaires don't need it. They don't need to collect on it.
Yeah, but
so you're saying the billionaires, they should pay for our Social Security is what you're saying?
Yeah, they should.
I don't know if I agree with that, but actually, I know I don't.
Well, they control all the control all the legislation in this country, all the corporations. They're the ones who change all the laws, not the people. You got to make a giant spectacle, media spectacle out of it if you want to change laws, like happened in 1963 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, what happened? You're talking about when John F. Kennedy was
the
shot.
March on Washington with Bob with Bob Dylan.
There were 2 incidents that happened.
I'm sorry, March on Washington with Bob Dylan and all that, and Kennedy changed the law, and it went in effect the next year.
It's funny that we brought up Kennedy
They
because
had the March on Washington, and then they had all the individual rights changed in like the '64, like a year later.
well, because I got to wrap this up, I really do.
I gotta lock my bike up.
But before I wrap this up, this one. So basically, what you're saying is you would like to see Social Security as a given, no matter what, whether you earn it or not.
Well, they got to change the tax bracket. They got to have that. There's a cap on it. They got to raise the cap on it.
Gotcha. Now, the one last question, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked the older gentleman earlier. Donald Trump was duly elected to the presidency. We can both agree to that, correct? We can both agree to that.
Yeah, Kamala ran a horrible campaign.
Okay, now, but Kamala shouldn't have even been there in the first place because she wasn't actually nominated. Personally, myself, I think they should have had a primary and gave Josh Shapiro a chance. Why do you think they wouldn't have done that? Why was she appointed?
Who was Josh Shapiro?
Josh Shapiro was the governor of Pennsylvania who she considered as her running mate after she was appointed and anointed to the position of.
I don't know the whole ins and outs of all that. I mean, I voted for her.
So do you think they should have at least had a primary, though?
Yeah, she didn't have the primary. Yeah, that was. But this is about the individual. We want hands off everything, and we have individual rights. We want Congress. That's what I think. That's what.
So basically, you're saying them just appointing her to the nomination for the president of the United States without being duly elected in a primary. So you're not saying that. You're saying that's not the same as being appointed like a king.
I'm trying to drop the whole Kamala thing, and I'm just saying this whole march. It's about the individual rights that we want as a country.
Which brings me to the last question: what rights have you personally lost as an American citizen? You are an American citizen, right?
Funding Medicaid.
That's not really a civil. What civil liberties have you lost? And how much of your Medicaid has been defunded? Have you lost your Medicaid? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I keep getting kicked off of it.
You keep getting kicked off. Do you get back on?
I get back on, but
so they made the process a little more difficult.
They made the process a lot more difficult.
But they still put you back on.
They're putting me back on. Yeah.
Well, I hope that works out for you.
Now that I'm talking on here,
No. I might. You want me to cut this out? I can cut this out.
I don't care. But that's. I want the whole. I'm not even talking about me. There's stories out there that you may or may not believe that people are getting kicked off.
Well, I know that they've been kicking illegals off of Medicaid.
Don't focus on me as
Fair
an
enough.
individual. We got to focus on the whole country as an individual.
Okay, so as far as I know, I'm just going by what now you're going by what you have heard, right? This is what I've heard. I've heard that they've been kicking the illegal immigrants who don't belong here, who came here illegally, haven't tried any path towards citizenship, and their Medicaid has been removed. But as far as I know,
they don't have Medicaid. They don't have any rights. They're not getting Medicaid.
They're not. Well, then who are the 15?
Immigrants don't have any rights.
Well, the illegal immigrants. There were illegal immigrants getting Medicaid in New York, California. In New York and California, in Minnesota. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons Tim Walz had that situation with the other. Well,
They're not getting it. They pay more into the system than they collect. They're not even entitled to the risk. They pay taxes.
well, there are states in this.
Taxes and they still can't get it because they're not.
Well, you can't pay taxes if you're not on the books.
The illegal immigrants don't have any rights in this country.
Well, they're illegal immigrants.
They have zero. The only right they have.
They only have about as many rights as we have in somebody else's country when we're not an actual citizen of theirs. My daughter has dual.
Isn't due process supposed to make this country better?
Well, due process only applies to citizens.
Oh, well.
Anyway, we got to wrap this up.
Anybody in the United States, anybody on this ground applies to.
Yeah, I think you're
standing in the United States. Due process applies to you. The law.
If you are a citizen of the United States or you're on a path to citizenship, I would agree.
You've already spewed enough disinformation about who's collecting Medicaid. You're acting like they're draining the system. You don't care about $40 billion to Argentina. The entire cost of USAID was $15 billion. And your Führer-in-chief just gave $40 billion to Argentina just to give some hand jobs to the dictators that he likes in Argentina. What's the bigger number? You just
that's the first I've heard.
Numbers. Oh, that's the first you've heard that he gave $40 billion to Argentina.
Yeah,
You want to look it up together with me?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's
Let's
my
look it up.
beautiful daughter.
Beautiful daughter. Beautiful. I have my daughters are in their 30s now.
Argentina. Let's just see the first news thing that comes up when we do Argentina Trump. The 20 billion, which they've also now said is actually 40 billion, because Scott Bessent, Trump's handjob buddy in chief, wants to bail out some of his crypto bros in Argentina. We cut USAID.
Well, I'm going to go ahead. That's obviously new. It's
not new. This has been going on for
2
5 or
days
6
ago.
days.
It says right there, 2 days ago.
But
It literally says 2 days ago.
When this article came, they've been talking about this for a week. Scott Bessent. Do you know who that is?
Yes, I know who Scott Bessent
Okay.
is.
Do you know what USAID was?
Yes, I do.
Do you know what Doge was?
I don't agree with USID. I don't agree with
you don't, because obviously you don't agree with you've been brainwashed by fascists. But how much did
You're right. This conversation is over.
How much did Doge
Brainwashed by fascists. I'm a constitutional libertarian.
How much did Doge
Tell me the first $10 rights.
How much did Doge?
What are the $10
What's the
rights?
third? What's the third one? How much did Doge save by cutting USAID? Can you tell me that?
How much? Well, how much
did Doge? Elon? And
I thought they cut all of it.
Okay, but what was the dollar figure in that?
I'm not sure. I thought they cut all of it.
Okay, so they just gave more to Argentina, no strings of fucking attached, to jerk off another.
Now, was Argentina
American
getting that
force.
money through USAID before?
They're getting that money directly from the United States Treasury now. If you're a constitutional libertarian,
I would disagree with that.
you should be a lot more pissed off about $40 billion being sent.
Well, I'm just learning about that right now.
Please look
I'm
up.
just learning that right now.
A constitutional libertarian should be more pissed off about $40 billion.
Oh, I would not be in
going to
it.
prop up another
You and I are in
authoritarian
agreement to that.
Then, no matter how you feel about USAID, which I'm in favor of, and you are not.
I'm not. No.
Okay, no matter how you feel about that, that gives the United States a lot more credibility and soft power than just greasing up some right-wing government for $40 billion, no strings attached.
Yeah, you just informed me about that.
Please look that
But
up.
it did say 1 day and 2 days on there. But that's besides the point. I will do.
That's $40 billion from our United States Treasury. As a constitutional libertarian, should be.
I do not agree with that. You are right.
And that's what our fascist, Trump in chief, president in chief, that's exactly what he's doing right now.
So was that the same as giving $20 billion to Ukraine when Joe Biden was president?
You're doing apples and oranges, and you're playing a game with me right now.
But so are you.
I just told you what happened right now.
But we both know that. Okay, now we know that both are true.
If you're supporting Ukraine, you're supporting something that's actually in the United States' best interest.
What's in our best interest in Ukraine?
For Russia not to run roughshard over Europe.
Well, they already took half the country now.
Well, enjoy Putin. You get a lot of information from him. So take care.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one, sir.
You too, man. Have a good one. Hey, thanks a lot, by the way.
No,
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice talking with you.
You too, man. Yeah, we gotta go. So let me see that. Oh, you know what? Run it till we get out.
You kept asking questions, and I was going to ask both those dudes if they'll vote for JD in 3 years. You kept asking more questions, so I couldn't. I thought you were going to shoot.
Well, I was kind of going along with what they were saying.
Let me hit people with that question.
Did you want to? Go ahead. I don't care.
Hey, will you guys
No,
vote
I
for
went by
JD?
myself today.
Will you guys vote for JD in 3 years?
Fuck no, man.
No, why not?
Just watch South Park. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
That was funny. These people are all late, though. This thing started at 11 o'clock. Well, there we go. I was waiting for one of those. Yeah. This place is a joke.
It's got like over an hour of footage.
Did we really?
That's really good footage, some of it.
And Terry hasn't called yet? Huh.
I gotta go, though. I gotta
I'm surprised Terry hasn't called yet. And that was a good idea, clipping that up. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn this off and make sure that we got sound.
Oh, we don't have sound.